Everyone, and welcome back to Travel Tip Tuesday. I am joined, as always, by my favorite podcaster, Jen.
Aw,
How's
thank
the
you,
day
Meggan.
treated you?
It is good. It's getting dark out though, and it is 4:58 today. I don't like that.
I don't like it at all. But every day, it's actually getting a couple of seconds more lighter, I suppose. Right?
No, not yet, pal.
Is that December
No.
21st?
Yes,
Oh,
pal, it
that
is.
make I've just depressed myself. Oh, okay, well, we'll just skip over that then, because that's sad.
Yeah.
Well, something I want to talk about that's happier is this week, I wanted just to take a bit of time and talk about travel plans for 2024. So, we've already chatted a few episodes back about places to visit for winter in 2024
Yep.
and why you should also start your trip planning for 2024 like ASAP. If you're not doing it now, you're already behind. I hate to, but I did want to expand on this a bit further with a bit of like different type of encouragement. So now I know this might sound rich coming from me as our big 2024 trip is to go to Iceland, a return trip for a second visit. But I do have personal reasons for wanting to head there for a second time, I swear. So it isn't the norm for our big trips to go back to the same place. Now, having said that, I am here to encourage our listeners that as you do start to plan for travel adventures for next year, to consider somewhere new.
Mm.
So a lot of people fall into the trap of having a loved destination, somewhere they can go back to and capture that same feeling that they always have. And don't get me wrong, Bar Harbor does that for us, but that's sort of usually a weekend trip. And that's also kind of an anomaly as well. I'm sort of talking about those bigger trips you plan for in the run of a year.
Right.
A few questions I think you should ask yourself before you consider new destinations are: is there somewhere on your bucket list that could be an option? Because it's always, time to start crossing those places off your list. There is no time like the present. So, is
Mm.
there somewhere on your list you could go to in 2024? Are you open to a brand new travel destination that you hadn't considered before? And are you comfortable planning to go somewhere that's being recommended by other people? So maybe you hadn't thought of it. Someone says, this is a really hot destination for 2024. Is your adventure meter that high? Like, are you willing to say, you know what? That's a great idea. I think I'll go there. So, of course, what we're suggesting is for you to do some research. Again, should have been the name of the podcast. Um, so you can see what might be some new and upcoming destinations that are sort of like hot ticket places, but they're not over traveled yet, which I think is a big key here.
Yeah.
I try something new. So shake off the resort travel, maybe, or even cruise travel. Although I do realize on cruises, you likely go to new spots, but just cruises in general and expand your horizons a bit. So I did do a bit of research in advance to help consider some new locales. So a few options actually could be a great winter location with the best skiing in Japan to consider is Nyasko, Japan. We did not include that in winter 2024, but it's an option if you are looking. For some amazing beaches and sunny weather, a great recommended spot is Goa, India. I don't have a lot of places in India I would be personally open to going to at this point just because of the crowds.
Yeah.
But I have had my eye on Goa for a few years now, including that in the Himalayas in India would be really amazing. But Goa sounds incredible, and I've seen videos and it looks amazing. To see some of unspoiled Portugal off the beaten path, let's say outside of Lisbon, maybe try Comporta, Portugal. Even the countries of Georgia and Kazakhstan, which a lot of people do not consider, are on some really great lists for 2024 because there's so much undiscovered beauty. Although, of course, some people have discovered it, but it's not sort of on those lists of where people always go. Where I think, those countries are still safe. We know what the state of the world is around us. And if it has taught us anything, it's that sort of every second counts. We need to
Yeah.
go places while we still can, sometimes I feel like.
Mhm.
So there is just a taste there of some what's being recommended by travel agents. So take a peek around the internet and read up, get inspired, and sort of try something new for 2024. So, Jen, I know there's a few places you travel regularly, just like myself. So, how do you decide, though, where to go other than your usual spots to see more of the world? Like, how do those come up for you?
Yeah, so honestly, a lot of travel inspiration that I get is from Instagram, like following different travel accounts on Instagram, as well as just like where my friends have traveled, you
Right.
know? Right? You see their pictures on Facebook and you're like, "Oh, well, that looks really cool." I'm just like talking to other people who love to travel. I feel like I always walk away with a new place that I want to go. And of course, we are doing our annual Disney trip in February 2024. And I haven't looked too much into what we're gonna do for the rest of 2024, despite your advice. We'll probably do another, like, longer trip, towards, like, probably fall 2024, so it's like it seems so far away that I I just haven't thought about it yet, but I do need to do some of that, but yeah, I guess I'm still looking for inspiration, so maybe the people can tell us where they're going, and I might steal their ideas. So
Wherever you need to get it from, I say. And I think that's a really great idea is sort of or a good mindset is like seeing where other people are going that you just know, obviously
Yeah.
trusted sources. And then Instagram inspiration is all around us. So I think those are some really great suggestions as well. So that's it for this week's Travel Tip Tuesday. We hope we've given you even the tiniest bit of inspiration to think outside your travel box, do some research, and maybe try somewhere new in the coming year. If you like what we're doing here, why not buy us a coffee to support the show and receive bloopers, other tidbits? The link for that is in the show notes. You can find us on our website, travelmugpodcast.com. And we now have a section on our website with some of our favorite travel items that you can check out and you can buy those via the links, add those to your luggage for your next getaway. Otherwise, follow us on socials at Travel Mug Podcast and leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. We would love to hear your feedback. And until next time, bye.